So we're getting into winners finals. Winners finals, best of 5. These guys are no strangers to it. Stache just pointing to a stage. I'm assuming Pokemon Stadium. Miles on the phone. He's like, listen, I'm an important man.
He's calling his coach. What do you mean?
Yeah. That's a weird name for his coach. He definitely
Pierce.
said, hey, babe.
Oh, dang it.
But, you know, maybe that's how Pierce likes to get talked to. We're not going to get into that, though. But Stache looks like he's ready. He's like, listen, I may be the second seed.
Stache looking awkwardly at all the GameCube controllers over there.
Actually, you know what he's saying? He's saying, click that follow button.
That is, he is looking directly at that. You guys should definitely do that.
But, yeah, as you mentioned, there's some GameCube controllers, there's some N64 controllers, lots of stuff here. Again, shout outs to Kapow for letting us be here. I really like this place. If it wasn't a 2-hour drive, I would be here more.
I agree.
All right, Miles finally off the phone. He's like, all right,
Pierce, I got this.
I've learned the secrets. I know the matchup. We're good to go. So I'm going to go out on a limb and assume it's going to be Palutena versus Yoshi. Maybe we'll see the K rule, but I doubt it. Chat in the chat being like, does Stache just go to every tournament? And the answer is probably. He's on that grind. And I mean, you really have to if you want to be somebody, right? And we all want to be somebody.
For sure, yeah.
All right, so Stache off to, well, it was a solid lead, but you know.
Yeah, 2 hits later.
Yeah. So
this is going to be a game of aerials. Oh my god.
Or you know, that could happen. We could just see a forward smash, see somebody die at like 60%. That's
he hit him like through the platform too. That was really weird. Oh, and then Stache answers right back, dude.
I was going to say, Kamikaze off stage, not where he wants to be, and Stache like, you know what, you're absolutely right. He does not want to be there. But we're seeing the back and forth. I like this. These are the good games. Anyway, this is winners finals. We would hope so, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Down throw.
All right. I don't think he has his jump, but he manages to just find his way back to stage.
Stache actually trying to kind of catch him with that down tilt on the down B.
So
stop dashing at me. That's what that move is.
So yeah, I thought you were telling me that. I was like, yeah, you're right.
No.
I should.
He just
stop.
killed him. Just fucking up air. He just up air stringed him to death. Feels bad.
Yeah.
Ooh. All right, here we go. Another up string. I'm gonna call it that because he also up tilts in it. Catches him with the egg as he comes back on stage. Just barely spaces out the forward smash again. Is that it? Is that? Oh, okay. Stache manages to make it back to stage. Back throw doesn't quite kill.
Sorry about that. People saying, hey, am I playing on stream next? And it's always a hard decision. I was like, because I want to go home, but I want good matches. And
yeah, so Kamikaze taking game 1 pretty convincingly.
So yeah, this is winners finals. Winners finals. Kamikaze doing a thank you very much. I think some of that's supposed to be for June. We'll talk. It happens though. Yeah. All right.
Well,
so we're going to Hazards on.
Town and City.
Town and City. Great stage. I really like it. I'm sad that a lot of people have adopted the Genesis rule set where it's just the blanket hazards off. Because I miss Town and City and I miss moving platform smash roll. Like I can agree with the blanket hazards off. I just don't like it.
Right.
Anyway, getting into game 2 here. Somebody did update the score. He can keep his job. But so as we saw in the first game, Yoshi did a really good job of stringing up airs to get the kills. And while these platforms are here, and they give you options to recover, I think it's a little bit harder to juggle on these platforms. Also, I think in Smash 4, Town and City was the smallest blast zone, and then this game came out and like, no, now it's the biggest. If you're trying to kill off the top, that's not happening. I mean, it can happen, but it's not happening.
Right. I mean, given all the platforms are also really high, so that might be pretty good for resetting your jump to keep stringing up airs. which is kind of like what both these characters want to do.
Yeah, but at the same time, they are very high, so it's a little bit harder to get there to reset your jump. But because you don't see a lot of play like going on those platforms a lot. But now we're on the more Smashville-esque one. Not Smashville. Oh, that could have been real bad.
Catches him with the tail as he tries to do normal get up.
All right. Okay.
And they both died. I think the one was a down air. I don't know what just happened.
They're definitely laughing at each other. Let me put the cams back on because I keep forgetting to do that. Here we go. So Yoshi definitely died to an up smash. I don't know what Stache died to. I think it may have been an up air, or it may have been the down air, and just knocked him all the way up. But even game.
Yeah.
And this is the FD portion of the stage, and it looks like Stache definitely taking advantage of it.
For sure, as the platforms come immediately back.
Yeah.
Yeah, this game is really just a bunch of aerials, man. That's like all these characters do. It's supposed to blame here and there, but... And just to space out that down B, catch him with a dash attack immediately afterwards.
Yeah, but so that was what I was really talking about with the platforms there. Like, it gave Miles Kamikaze somewhere to land other than on top of Stache.
Right.
So this was Stache counter pick. That was a really good tech. So I don't know what was banned. Oh, that's a shield break, and that's not a lot you can do there. It's very unfortunate.
Yeah, he let him. He managed to let Kamikaze approach because he neutral beat, or he side beat in neutral, so it was like super laggy.
Yeah, that's definitely something to be aware of. The explosive light, great spacing tool, but once they get past it, you're pretty open.
Yeah. That's why it's really dangerous to do it in neutral. I usually only use it to edge guard.
It depends on the situation, but yeah.
Kamikaze doing really well.
Yeah.
Changing the way he comes down on stage so that Stache can't catch him.
And again, that aerial mobility, like Yoshi is so slippery. It's so hard to get a hold of him sometimes.
Right. Will Yoshi die? Nope.
Again, Yoshi's
almost
a big
gets
boy.
caught by the explosive flame. That nair's killed,
Yeah, I was going to say, if he lives through that, I'll be a little upset. Now, does the nair always send you up, or is it kind of...
I'm pretty sure it's always up, yeah.
Good back air string. And barely missed landing on that platform. That could have been...
Stache ran the stock back, though. It's like almost even now.
He's going to have to recover, though.
That was super weird. He got hit by it, but he didn't. Like he air dodged in the explosive flame, but caught off fire, but didn't get hit by it.
Yeah. Also, the stream obviously can't hear it, but I can hear them. Stache saying he messed up somewhere there. He was trying to get a short one instead of a long one. But, you know, things happen. Yeah.
Back to hazards off, it seems. Or not? Are we going back to Town City?
He says, got to get that music counter pick in. That's why I lost. Not the stage, not my play. The music was wrong. Now watch Stache pop off super hard.
It's the little things.
I mean, it really is. You got to have your color. You got to be, you know, exactly like, 3 feet away from the TV. Like, I'm joking, but if you've ever seen me, like, lose, every time I lose, I scoot back. Or every time I lose a stock, I'm like, no, I'm still doing this to TV. I'm so glad that they have, like, the 10-foot cables on the GameCube controllers. Because back when, like, I first started playing Brawl, they still had, like, the short cables. And I was like, And the unfortunate thing about that is, like, sometimes I'll do that, and people won't realize I'm in the middle of a tournament match because I'm so far back, and I was just walk in front of the TV, and I'm like, dude, really, come on. Anyway, but we're here in Game 3. Getting that run back, that was a pretty close game.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm fine with seeing the run back, and again, I don't know what the bans were, so I think Stache does want this flat stage, and that's what he's banking on, and I'm pretty sure, like, FD got banned.
Right.
I don't know, though, but...
I know, I was just watching Stache try and do a nair string, and, like, it seems like if you're not at a low % on this stage, the nair strings don't really work, because you just go so high in the air.
Yeah.
See, Explosive Flame did neutral and just got punished for it. Explosive Flame is a really weird move. wherever it comes out as, depending on where you're standing at on the stage. So like you can stand mid-stage and hit right in front of you. It's really weird.
You can't control it?
Not that I'm aware of. I probably just suck.
Okay. Because that'd be a very strange thing if you couldn't control it. Like, I feel like you should be able to throw a short one out. Like, he threw out the long one, and I was like, oh, I felt like he wanted to cover the tech roll in, but he just didn't. But those up airs again, man. Good back air.
Yeah.
Or as the commentators say, nice back air. And there's that nair string. Yep.
See, at some point it just kind of stops working because eventually he's just so high in the air you can't double jump to get up there. Almost. Oh, okay. That would have been pretty sick if he killed right there.
Yep. Going low. Nair. I don't think he has a jump. Yeah.
Yeah. Stache looking kind of frustrated over there after that. Stache is doing his best to contest these aerials.
I mean, you have to, really.
Yeah.
Because I feel like Kamikaze's been winning a lot of like the neutrals, so he's just trying to like find something. But this is pretty even, actually.
Yeah, catches him on the back air there.
Also, I'm gonna call myself out. I'm just saying things. Don't actually believe what I say. I'm a terrible commentator. I don't actually watch the game half the time.
I'm watching the game, but I have little knowledge about the game. For instance, I play Palutena, and I had no idea that you could control how far explosive flame goes out. I always just like stand on stage and like, hey, if I'm standing here, it should come out here, and I just hit it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's ridiculous that it covers half the stage.
Yeah.
But you might be right. It might just have a set distance. Like, you can see where it happens.
Yeah.
Because the little spark, and I feel like it is almost always a very similar distance. But you can do things other than, like, you can, like, B-reverse it looks like. Because he did it, and then he still floated towards it, so he
See, I've heard of B-reverse, but I have no idea what that is.
It's just simply turn it around. There's also wave bouncing. I don't know if you can wave bounce the explosive light. That's a whole different thing. There are tutorials online for it. If you don't know what it is, look it up. It's very important for a lot of
characters. Really even stock. It's really close. Almost catches him with the egg. And then stage spikes him. Feels bad.
And I don't know if Stache could attack that because there are the untouchables in this game. He was going kind of slow, but there was a lot of damage on that, so it wouldn't surprise me if he couldn't. But I think we're going to drop over to losers quarters.